Good morning, my dear students. I am Mandeep Singh Payal. I heartily welcome to you in online classes of Bal Sadhana family. Today, we will start physics subject of class 12th. There is 10 units in this subject, in which first unit is electrostatics. In this unit, first chapter is electric charge and electric field. What is charge? Before discussing about electric charge, we discuss about nature. The nature all around us is consists of two things. One is matter and another one is radiation. Matter have mass, matter have volume, area, while radiation doesn't have any mass, any volume, any area. But one thing is same in these two elements, which is energy. Matter have mass. Mass is the fundamental property of a matter. Similarly, another property which is known as charge. And charge is a fundamental property of a matter. Due to mass, a gravitational force acts between two particles. Similarly, in the same way, another force also acts between the particles, which is more strong compared to the gravitational force, which is known as electric force. This force is produced due to charge. Means charge is a fundamental property of any matter. Now we discuss about charge. Electric charge is the fundamental property of any substance due to which produces electric and magnetic effects or experience them, known as charge. Charge is represented by capital Q or small q. It's a scalar quantity. Here charge have two types. One is positive charge and another one is negative charge. Charge is a physical quantity, so unit of charge is coulomb. It's represented by C. This unit in SI system, in CGS system, electrostatic unit, electromagnetic unit. Another units of charge is ampere into second and Faraday. Faraday is the biggest unit of charge. 1 Faraday is equals to 96,500 coulomb. Now we discuss about property of charge. Here some property of charge. First, attraction repulsion property. What is attraction repulsion? If we have two charges, one is positive and another one is positive, we can say that these charges like charges. Similarly, one is positive and another one is negative. It is called unlike charges. Between same charges, it means like charges repel to each other, but unlike charges is attract to each other. This is known as attraction repulsion property. Next is additivity of charges. What is additivity? Means addition of charges. Suppose that we have a body, isolated body, According to this property, the total charge of this isolated charged body is equal to the scalar sum of charges present in this body. Suppose in this body some charges are present like plus 5 coulomb, minus 2 coulomb, plus 7 coulomb. By this property we can write total charge of this system. Q is equals to plus 5 coulomb minus 2 coulomb plus 7 coulomb. So resultant charge is 5 minus 2, 3 plus 7 plus 10 coulomb. Okay. Next property is invariance of electric charges. What is invariance of electric charges? According to this property, the magnitude of a charged body is not changed with the motion of charged body. It means charge of a charged body is always same. It means Q in motion is equals to Q in rest. Next, conservation of electric charge. What is conservation of electric charge? According to this property, electric charge neither be created nor be destroyed, only transfer to one body to another body. Next, quantization of electric charge. What is quantization? Firstly, we discuss about quanta. What is quanta? Quanta is a smallest unit of any substance, any physical quantity. Here, quanta of electric charge is E, means charge of electron is a quanta of electric charge. Its value we know that 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb. According to this property, the total charge of a charged body always equal to the integral multiple of fundamental electric charge. It means suppose that we have a body, so total charge of this body is equal to the multiple of integral multiple of fundamental electric charge. Here fundamental electric charge is charge of electron. It means Ne plus minus Ne. This is the quantization of electric charge. Here E is equals to 1.6 into 10 to power minus 19 coulomb and N is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. Next, Coulomb's law. What is Coulomb's law? Here we discuss about charges. Two like charges means positive repel to each other, and unlike charges positive and negative attract to each other. It means a electric force applying between two charges and between two charges. Now we discuss about Coulomb's law. Coulomb's law is valid for stationary charge. It means stationary point charge. According to this law, the force of interaction between two stationary point charges is directly proportional to the product of magnitude of charges and inversely proportional to the square of the distance between them. Suppose we have 2 point charges Q1 and Q2 separated by a distance small r. Then according to statement of Coulomb's law, F directly proportional to magnitude Q1 and Q2. Product of magnitude Q1 and Q2, and Coulomb force F inversely proportional to square of the distance. It means small r square. So F inversely proportional to square of the distance. So we can write F directly proportional to Q1 Q2 over r square. Now we remove proportional sign, then F is equals to K Q1 Q2 over r square. Here K is the proportional constant which is known as Coulomb constant. Value of a proportional constant is depends upon unit system and medium between two charges. In CGS system K is equals to 1, but in MKS system it is depend upon medium between these charges. For vacuum K is equals to 1 over 4 pi epsilon naught, and its value is equals to 9 into 10 to power 9. Its unit Newton meter square per Coulomb square. Here another constant epsilon naught. What is epsilon naught? Epsilon naught is the electrical permittivity of a vacuum, and its value 8.854 into 10 to power minus 12 Coulomb square upon Newton meter square. So we can write Coulomb force F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon r square. This Coulomb force we can write in vector form. F vector is equals to K Q1 Q2 upon r square. Here r cap is a unit vector. When the two charges are placed in any medium and permittivity of the medium is epsilon, then Coulomb force can be write like this: M for medium is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon. Epsilon is the permittivity of a medium, Q1 Q2 over r square. This form is representation of a Coulomb's law. Next, definition of 1 Coulomb by the help of Coulomb's law. We know that Coulomb's law F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 over r square. We know that unit of force is Newton, so Newton. If Q1 is equals to Q2 is equals to 1 Coulomb and R is equals to 1 meter, then according to this formula F is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught, and value of 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught we know that 9 into 10 to power 9. So F is equals to 9 into 10 to power 9 Newton. That is definition of 1 Coulomb. When two charges are placed at unit distance in vacuum and experience a force of 9 into 10 to power 9 Newton, then the magnitude of each charge is equal to 1 Coulomb. This is the definition of a 1 Coulomb. Next, our topic is dielectric constant. What is dielectric constant? We know that if two charges are present in vacuum, then in this condition the force acts between these charges is maximum. We can say if two charges are present in the vacuum, then the value of electric force between these charges is the maximum. But in the presence of medium, the value of this force, this electric force, becomes relatively less. So in the presence of medium, the number of times the force between charges is less than that in the vacuum is called the dielectric constant of a medium. Dielectric constant is represented by epsilon r. According to this definition, we can write dielectric constant epsilon r is equal to the ratio of a force between the charges in vacuum, it represented by F naught, and force between the charges in medium, it represented Fm. We know very well Coulomb's law. By Coulomb's law, F naught is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. And in medium, Fm is equals to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon Q1 Q2 over R square. Put this value in above equation. So epsilon R 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square upon 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 upon R square. Some terms are cancelled out. So epsilon r is equals to epsilon over epsilon naught. Here epsilon r dielectric constant of a medium, epsilon permittivity of medium, and epsilon naught permittivity of a vacuum. By this formula, we can say that the ratio of electric permittivity of a medium and the permittivity of a vacuum is called dielectric constant of medium. Okay, this formula is very important. For example, for vacuum, dielectric constant epsilon r is equals to 1. Means value of dielectric constant for vacuum is equals to 1. For pure water, epsilon r is equals to 80. For wax, epsilon r is equals to 2 to 2.3. Means dielectric value of dielectric constant for wax varies from 2 to 2.3. For glass, epsilon r is equals to 5 to 10. For metal, means conductor, dielectric constant is equal to infinite. And for mica, the value of a dielectric constant of mica can be 3 to 6. Okay students, remaining part of this chapter we will discuss in next video. If you have any doubt, please comment in comment box. Stay home, stay safe. Thank you.